Abby Olsen wonders if anybody can connect with her brother Danny, who passed. So I thought what we'll do, we'll use these mediumship cards here. Each card has a pre-written message on it. And then of course we ask for the spirit to join us, in this case Danny, and to fill the cards with his energy, and then we'll see what message has been left behind. I suppose you could say Danny will use it a bit like a phrase book from the other side, in the sense he'll sort of put the pages together, the phrases, and then we'll sort of work out what's going on, maybe how we feel or whatever from it. And maybe, of course, there you might be able to sort of lock onto anything as well. So if you there, Abby, can do it, then that's all the best, and you'll know what's going on anyways as we move. So let's ask the spirit to move. Let's ask Danny to join us here now. As we do, we shuffle the cards, and remember that Danny will manipulate the cards and place them in place as we create that link, that connection with the other world, as you would say, the other side. We shuffle the cards, and as we do so, we just simply say, Spirit of Danny, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Danny, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Danny, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Danny, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Danny, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Danny, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Danny and all absent friends. And we cut the deck, just place the top on the bottom, or is at the bottom on the top, I don't know. That's a philosophical question, Abby, that you will have to try and think about, maybe answers on a postcard too, or whatever. Laughing and joking apart though, Danny is now with us. He's now joined us. Where the cards split is where he's left his message for us, isn't it, Danny? So first of all, Danny, we'd like to thank you for your presence, thank you for your time, we thank you for your energy, and we'll now see what message you've got there for Abby, for your sister there. Let's see what's going on. That card was leaning, I don't know if you can just see that, you probably can't see it, but this top card was sort of leaning off slightly like that. So this is if Danny might be eager to say this thing, that's the first thing that needs to be said. Let's just we'll flip the card nice and slowly, not to disturb its energy or anything like that. We'll just, as we do, we'll just flip it there nice and slow, as you can see. And there's the first card with the first sentence or message that Danny wants to say first, I suppose, of course. We do 3 cards, beginning, middle and end, I always call it. And the first thing he's saying here, Abby, to you, is we will be together again. I want you to know that, Abby, we will be together again. Of course, don't do anything silly. There's no need to do anything silly, as you would say. You can delay the inevitable. There's no wrong in that. But I just want you to know that although I'm not with you now, and I mean I am with you. He's saying, he's like as if he's arguing with me there, just to say, but I am with him, with her. But what I suppose what I mean to say is, although I'm not here with you in the physical, nevertheless I'm there with you in the spiritual, and we are together. Or I get the sort of feeling as though he's saying we are together again anyway. We're always together, but of course in the spiritual, when we become spirit, we will be together again in that way, and we'll have a nice reunion. That sort of sense he's putting over there. So don't cry. I don't know what sort of getting that. I don't know what that means. Let's just see. Let's just flip the next card. Nice and slow, nice and steady, not to disturb anything there. Just out of respect for him there, and he's just saying here. He's just saying, I have become one of your guides. We sort of got fascinated with that one. That's a nice one, that, isn't it? We will be together again, but for now, like I say, there's a but for now card bit coming there. Is it to say, but for now, I've become one of your guides. Since my passing, I've got to look out for my sister, my little sister. Well, I'm thinking my little sister. I don't know. He could have been your little brother for all I know, but I somehow feel he's saying my little sister. I don't know why, unless that's by and by. That's 50-50 chance. That could be right, but I'm just sort of he's just saying my little sister. I always remember a book at school called My Naughty Little Sister, and that was that was a thing, wasn't it? But this is, of course, more less of the naughty, isn't it? Really, there, Danny. I think this is more maybe. Well, I'll become one of your guides, so you don't become my naughty little sister. In the future, I think that's probably he's sort of correcting me there and saying that. I sort of get like something in the back of my mind, sort of correcting. I just don't want it to be my naughty little sister in the future. That's probably the reason why. I don't want you to do anything daft, anything silly, as well. I want to just flip the next card. I want to just see what this is. I suppose you could say the sort of final part of the statement, as you could say, the beginning, middle, and end. And as he's just said there, we'll be together. We will be together again, Abby. And but for now, I guess I got that. But for now, I've become one of your guides. And the reason is because I'm not dead. There's a because card. I always think there should be loads of because cards and and cards and all that sort of thing going on. Because I've become one, because I'm not dead. We'll be together again. We'll be together again, but for now, I've become one of your guides because I'm not dead. That's the reason. I mean, of course, if you were dead, Dan, you wouldn't have much luck becoming one of the guides. So I think that's a bit of stating the obvious, really, isn't it? But laughing at you, and there's a lot of blue going on there, isn't there? A lot of throat chakra, a lot of sea blue healing energy as well. Maybe healing through that sea blue. When I do sort of astral projection, I'll go into like a sky blue, sort of sea blue sort of colour surrounding me, and you feel as though you're in a really wide open space, and I can see better and I can hear better, because of course I've got a visual impairment, me. So it's amazing when you get your eyesight back that you never had. That's one thing. You realise really that you've got a visual impairment when you do astral projection. But that's about me, less about me, about Danny. This, isn't it? This is you, Danny. But it's nice just to share that sort of, when we're looking at all this sort of blue, sky blue, sea blue. Now just the dove there, I sort of lock onto that as though he's offering the hand of peace, or whatever you want to call it, maybe in that sort of sense, as though he comes in peace. He doesn't mean any harm, which of course is a blessing, I suppose. Isn't it, Danny? I've got another feeling I want to pull a card out, another one here. I just put my hand on the deck, I don't know why I did it. I got a funny feeling as though it's just like a one final thing, or one extra thing Danny wants to say here. A lot of red there, a lot of red in but it's a heart, isn't it? Like a tree with a sort of shape of a heart there, isn't it? Poppies and or whatever it is, I don't know what they are. Interesting, isn't it? Or rose petals, I don't know. And he's just saying, I wish I had told you, Abby, that I just wish I'd told you more, Abby, that more often how much I love you. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you, Abby. That's... He gets a regret there coming. I got a funny feeling as though... I got a sense as though he's... I don't know if this is right there, Danny. Are you sort of saying you want to be a guide, not just that, not just for the hell of it, but to make up for the times when you didn't tell your sister that you loved her? I suppose Abby's got that same feeling, haven't you, Abby? That you know, we can all sort of, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? I always tend to use these cards. You tend to get these regret cards in there. The benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. I call it the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing card, actually. It's one of them. And that's just the way things are. Maybe feelings are mutual, so what the hell. The main thing is now he's one of your guides, aren't you there, Danny? And you're not dead, so you can tell him that you love him, and Danny, you can tell her also, like you're telling her now. You're telling her that you regret telling Abby, and you know, you're telling your sister, and when you were here in the flesh, you would say, when you were here in the physical, but nevertheless, we'll be together again. He's saying, we'll be together again, but for now, just for now, I've become one of your guides. Because I'm not dead. I just wish I'd told you more often, Abby, how much I love you. I just wish I'd told you how much I love you there. But I'm doing it now. Which you are, aren't you, Danny? I guess it's funny saying I'm doing it now, though. But you know that probably... It doesn't matter, does it, Danny? Abby, it doesn't matter really at the end of the day, because we're doing it now, and this is the conversation we've got. And this is just to let you know that there's no more to be said, really, is there? I sort of feel as though it's time to go, isn't it now, Danny? Just for now, though, not forever, just for now, until we probably meet again, maybe in another mediumship reading, or maybe with another reader. Of course, Danny may come through that in another way, that way. But until now, we will. I want to know, Danny, if you don't mind, gather your cards all together here, and I'll just place them in a neat pile for you there, out of respect for you, because you're a decent bloke, decent guy, as you say over there, but a decent bloke we always say over here in the UK. So you're doing all right there, Dan. If you don't mind me calling you that. But for now, Danny, I'll say, we'll say farewell for now. Only for now, though, of course, isn't it? And it was brilliant. He's got a brilliant energy to you. He's frank to the point, as is usually the case, but nevertheless blunt, I suppose, to some degree, but nevertheless reassuring and of course just nice to know that, just to clarify probably maybe what somebody was thinking, but the fact that you've become Abby's guide there, that's a nice thing, isn't it? Thanks for letting us know that one. So with that, we'll get the rest of the deck, and as we place the rest of the deck on your cards there, Danny, I just want to say, Mary, did we meet? It was just focusing on that love that you are on about, of course. It does go like that, doesn't it? That love is the law. The love that you said you wish you told her how much you loved her, and that which you know full well she loves you, and you know full well it doesn't matter if you'd have said it anyway. But the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it, Danny? But regardless of that, you know that love is the law. The love you were on about. Love is the law. Love is the bond, isn't it? Marry did we meet, marry do we part, and marry may we meet again. And we just place the rest of the deck on your cards there, Danny, and as we do, we say farewell, goodbye, Danny, until next time. And we say blessed be to Danny and all absent friends. And as we do, we close our eyes and we just imagine a door wide open with a bright light shining through it. And then we imagine that door closing slowly and the light fading out as it does. You see just in the crack in the door, the door being ajar or whatever. And then it closes completely, and then it's shut. There's just a shut, closed door, and there's darkness. And as we enter the darkness again, we open our eyes and we return to the darkness of this cruel, harsh world that we must draw our own breath in pain to tell our own story. But for now, these cards have spoken. Blessed be once again to Danny and all absent friends.